Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Shocker here with Shocker Entertainment, and this is the Smackdown Sum Up. Before we get into the review, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about Smackdown. It was a pretty good show. Let's go ahead and get into it. We had Randy Orton coming out first, opening the show. Doing a little promo. The crowd wasn't really digging him too much. They kind of booed him, but it was the after Mania crowd, so what did you really expect, to be honest? And then Bray Wyatt came up on the Titantron after Randy was cutting his promo saying that he is Bray Wyatt's master, all that. You know, it was an okay promo. Wasn't his best, wasn't his worst. And Bray cut a pretty good promo backstage, as he said he wants Orton in a rematch in a House of Horrors match. What is that? I don't know, but it sounds cool. So let's go with it. Orton accepts his challenge, even though he says, I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Nice, Orton, good job. The lights go out, and Bray Wyatt is behind Orton, going to attack him, but Orton gets the upper hand still. So stupid. But we see someone grab Orton, and it's Eric Rowan with a new mask. I think it's still a sheep mask, but it's a little bit creepier. I don't know. It looks kind of nasty. Eric Rowan's back, and he attacks Orton. The Wyatt family is now Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan again. But the former member of the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, comes out to help Randy Orton. I don't know why, because they hated each other not too long ago. So, we're going to have ourselves a tag team match play later in the evening. I called it as soon as I saw it. Eric Rowan, I'm like, okay, Luke Harper's going to come. We're going to have a tag team match, whatever. You know, cool. That's how the show opened. It wasn't awful. Then again, I would have liked to have had a better opener for SmackDown. But I'll deal with it. It was okay. Next, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss wanted her rematch for the title, and Naomi actually won again. So I guess Alexa Bliss is in the back of the line again. It wasn't a very long match. I think it had a commercial break, if I remember correctly. Naomi won with her submission move, and it was pretty cool the way she did it. She kind of countered one of Bliss's move into her submission move. She sold the injury pretty good during the match, I thought, so that was a plus. It wasn't the best thing, but it was pretty good. I'm not gonna complain about it. The women's division's getting better, so cool, we'll go with it. Next, we have Kurt Hawkins issuing an open challenge to anyone in the SmackDown locker room, and he said, I'm gonna give you to a count of 10. And as soon as he said that, Ty Dillinger's music hits. Ty Dillinger is now on SmackDown Live. That's really cool to see. I love Ty Dillinger. I saw him in an elevator last year. Said, hey man, he's like, what's up, man? And that was kind of the end of our conversation. But he was kind of a jobber in NXT. I know he was the jobber that had good matches, but now maybe he's not going to be a jobber because he beat a jobber in Kurt Hawkins. Ty Dillinger pinned Kurt Hawkins after doing the tiebreaker. He was super over the whole match. The crowd loved it. It was pretty cool to see. Finally, Ty Dillinger is on the main roster. It's a feel-good story in a way. You really never thought it'd happen, but here he is. Ty Dillinger on the main roster. Awesome. Can't wait to see what he does. He destroyed Hawkins. He had all the offense. Really cool to see. Can't wait to see where he goes. Let's move on to the next segment. We had The Miz coming out, but you thought it was going to be John Cena because John Cena's music hit, and I'm sure some people who were actually there may have thought it was Cena until they're like, okay, this is not Cena, this is The Miz. Miz and Maurice come out mocking Cena and Nikki Bella. Hilarious. Like, he had the entrance down pat, okay? Like, he came to the ring. His first thing he said was, my name's John Cena, represent, or something like that. I don't know what he said. He was trying to mock Cena. And then he said, house rule number whatever, You cannot chant Cena sucks while I'm in this ring, and the crowd just lit up with Cena sucks chants, which is funny. And this ended with Miz saying that John Cena and Nikki Bella will never be on SmackDown again. And the crowd loved it because, you know, they love the Miz right now. They don't like Cena too much, and they're like, yeah! Cena's gone. So then, they cut to a guy standing on the stage with a violin, and I'm like, no! No! No way! That's the guy from NXT TakeOver. But, no. This is no way. Nakamura is on SmackDown. It happened. He's there. Nakamura is on WWE. I mean, he's been on NXT for over a year, but now he's on the main show. How awesome is that? How cool is that? He didn't even have to say anything. The crowd went crazy. I went crazy. We all went crazy, okay? Nakamura is on SmackDown. I was hoping he'd come out maybe while AJ Styles was talking, but it's cool. It's fine. And The Miz and Nakamura didn't even have a thing. Like, The Miz just left, and Nakamura came out, and the crowd loved it. It was awesome. This was a good segment. It started off good with The Miz doing his thing. It ended with Nakamura in the ring. Can't wait to see what he does on SmackDown. Next, we had Dean Ambrose versus Baron Corbin in a street fight, and this wasn't for the title. This is the match they should have had at Mania. They should have made this a street fight. The street fight should have happened at Mania, because it was actually a pretty good match. I'm not going to complain about it. I like the match much, much better than what they did at WrestleMania. That match was just so boring. I don't understand why they decided to put this on SmackDown and put the other match at Mania, but we have it now. Corbin actually wins with the end of days. There's a couple table spots in the match that I love, like 2 table spots in one match. Like, it's crazy on SmackDown. Corbin wins. I see him winning the title at Payback, and that's where I see that angle going. Shane McMahon came out next to address the superstar shakeup that we're going to get soon. Actually, next week on Raw, we're going to have a video talking about that later on, so stay tuned for that. But moving on, he came out and said that he said any Raw superstar should be praying they end up on SmackDown, which I thought was pretty cool of him to say. SmackDown has been better, although I will say Raw was a better show this week. Yeah, it was a better show this week. But AJ Styles' music hits. He comes out and tells Shane, I don't want to go to Raw. I want to stay right here on SmackDown, because SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built, and the crowd loved it. I think AJ Styles has been SmackDown since he debuted. He has made SmackDown what it is. He's been the center point of most things on the show. So how can you argue with the fact that AJ Styles should stay on SmackDown? He should get some guys from Raw, some top guys that they're not using, and then they should move those guys to SmackDown and just have other guys for AJ to feud with. Also, during the segment, AJ Styles said, I have something for you, Shane. Put his hand out, shook his hand. I think this is sort of an AJ face turn. If this wasn't it, this was the beginning of his face turn. Because he's an awesome wrestler. Like, you cannot boo this guy when he's in the ring. He's just so good. They have to have him as a face now. I think if this wasn't the face turn, it's going to happen soon. Although there are a lot of rumors that he may go to Raw. After seeing this, I do not want to see that happen. This is a pretty good segment. Some people weren't fans of it, but I was, okay? I liked this. It showed that Shane and AJ have a mutual respect for each other after that match they had at Mania, which was a very overachieving match. I didn't expect much of it, and it was awesome. I hope AJ stays on SmackDown, but we'll have to wait and see next Monday on Raw about that. Moving on to the main event of the evening, Eric Rowan and Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton and Luke Harper. I did not like this main event. The show was good and the main event was okay at best. I didn't like the ending. Randy Orton had a big comeback in the match, and a blackout happened. All the lights went out, and he hit Eric Rowan with the RKO as Bray Wyatt was on the ramp. Like, why are they making Bray Wyatt look like this? Okay, he looks like I want to like Bray Wyatt, and I do like Bray Wyatt, but why do they always make him afraid of everyone? Like, he's supposed to scare other people. He's always running away. He's always finding stupid ways to win. When he does win, which is barely ever, he doesn't win. What are you guys doing with Bray Wyatt? Like, you want to have him be your top heel, but you're treating him like garbage. Orton and Harper win. They celebrate in the ring. That's how the show ends. The show didn't end on a high note, but I think overall the show was good. I'll give it a B+ overall. I think I would have given it an A if it wasn't for this main event. But that's okay. Hopefully this House of Horrors match is something really cool, something we haven't seen before. I kind of looking forward to that. Wyatt has to win. He has to beat Orton in the match after he wins, so Orton doesn't have another title shot, and Bray Wyatt can move on from this Randy Orton angle and actually be the heel champion on SmackDown. I would love to see that. I think it's way overdue. Bray Wyatt should have done this at least 2 years ago. At least 2 years ago. But that is the SmackDown sum up. Guys, comment below, like this video if you liked it. Let me know what you thought about SmackDown. Don't forget to subscribe to Shocker Entertainment. We have more wrestling videos coming every day. Almost every day we have videos all throughout the week. We have gameplay. We have Triple H's Road to WrestleMania and SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 going on right now. You're going to want to check that out. And we also have a Tag Team Universe mode going on. That's something new. Check that out as well. Subscribe, guys. Thanks for watching this video. We will see you on the next one.